In 1593, just 28 years after the Spanish first arrived in the Philippines, something happened that would shape the islands for centuries. The very first book was printed on Philippine soil. Today, only one copy is known to survive, and it isn't even here anymore. When the Spanish established their colony in the Philippines in 1565, they faced an enormous challenge: converting a vast, linguistically diverse population to Christianity, mostly through spoken word and hand-copied texts. It was slow and it didn't scale. Missionaries needed a faster way to spread religious teachings in local languages. The solution came from a Dominican friar named Domingo de Nieva, who arrived as a young missionary and turned out to have a remarkable gift for languages, both local Philippine languages and Chinese. Around 1593, Nieva built the first printing press in the Philippines, with crucial help from a Chinese craftsman named Keng Yong. It wasn't a modern movable type press. It was a xylographic press, meaning each page was hand-carved into a wooden block, inked, and pressed onto paper, the same method used in China for centuries. This partnership matters. The very first printed words in Philippine history existed because of a collaboration between a Spanish missionary and a Chinese artisan working together in Manila. Here's a detail most retellings simplify. There wasn't just one first book. There were two, both printed in 1593. One was the Doctrina Cristiana en Lengua Española y Tagala, a Spanish Tagalog catechism based on a text by Franciscan friar Juan de Plasencia. The other was a separate Doctrina Cristiana printed entirely in Chinese for Manila's large Chinese merchant community, created by friars Juan Cobo and Miguel de Benavides. Historians still debate exactly which one technically came off the press first. What's clear is that Philippine printing began, from day one, as a multilingual, multicultural effort. The Spanish Tagalog Doctrina is especially remarkable for one specific reason. It presents the Tagalog text in two different writing systems side by side, Tagalog spelled out in Roman letters, and the exact same Tagalog written in Baybayin, the pre-colonial Filipino script used before the Spanish arrived. Ironically, it was Catholic missionaries, the same people introducing a new religion and a new colonial system, who ended up preserving one of the clearest surviving records of Baybayin in print. Without books like this, much of what we know today about how Baybayin actually looked and worked might have been lost entirely. Very few copies of these earliest Philippine books survive today. The paper used was fragile, and the Philippines' hot, humid climate was brutal on old documents. Insects, mold, fires, earthquakes, and centuries of war all took their toll on the archipelago's earliest printed records. Today, only a single known copy of the Spanish Tagalog Doctrina Cristiana still exists, and it isn't in the Philippines at all. It's preserved at the Library of Congress in the United States, part of the Lessing J. Rosenwald collection, meaning the very first book ever printed in the Philippines now lives thousands of miles from where it was made. The Doctrina Cristiana wasn't just a religious pamphlet, it was the starting point of print culture in the Philippines, and one of the few surviving windows into a writing system that colonization nearly erased. If you want more deep dives like this, subscribe and tell me in the comments what piece of history you want covered next.